Hi everyone, Mike with Crane Realty here, and today I want to talk about a statement that I've been hearing a lot of in the real estate market. Currently, it's kind of in wintertime right now. We're coming off of the holiday season, and as I've been touching base and hearing from people, a lot of people have been telling me, especially buyers, we're thinking about waiting until spring. I've thought about it this afternoon, and I just wanted to make a video of exactly why that might be, and maybe there's another different way of looking at it as well. One of the first things is coming off the holidays, there might be a little need for a mental reprieve from, going from one very busy month, also trying to look for a home, and you might just need a little bit of a break from it. It's also a very financially can be a stressful time for people. Their financial credibilities might ebb and flow a little bit, so in order to restabilize, they might need that month or two to kind of get a little back or gain a little bit of credibility back. In addition to that, the inventory is not exactly there. Usually there's going to be that uptick that we'll see in the spring market. Sometimes it happens a little bit sooner. We found late February, early March was when we hit our real uptick that was very noticeable last year. To kind of play out how that scenario has gone for the last couple of years for myself, staying in touch with my buyers, and then what does that scenario look like? Well, usually I get a call late March, maybe even April. The right house pops up on the market. They say, now's the time. We see it. We want to go take a look at it. Usually it's a house with delayed negotiations on it, 3 or 4 days, and all of a sudden we're trying to address a whole bunch of backtracking, which is we got to get you in touch with a lender. We got to get pre-qualified. We now have to get a showing scheduled. Do you like it? If so, let's write an offer. It can be a very stressful, just short chunk of days to actually try to get all of those things accomplished. And for a variety of different buyers, the narrative might be a little different. Maybe you find that you actually should have been working on some financial things and getting pre-qualified in advance could have helped that had you actually had the conversation with a lender to say, okay, so you don't actually qualify right now, but perhaps if you pay off 1 or 2 different loans, you can be ready for the spring season. So if that happens, this month, before we get into late March, you can already be able to qualify for an FHA loan or USDA loan or whatever that might be, and then be actively ready to jump into the housing market. Or perhaps you're already pre-qualified, but it's been a long time since you've talked to a loan officer. Having that conversation saying, hey, I got a promotion just before the holiday season ended, and this is where we're financially at right now. Maybe you actually have been putting some money away, and all of a sudden you qualify for a new loan product. So having that conversation versus having your loan officer just run the numbers again, have you get an updated pre-qual, maybe you actually qualify for like a conventional loan. So instead of seeing that property and saying, hey, this is where we're at, we think, we are actually going into the property, having a very good evaluation of knowing exactly where those numbers need to land for you. In addition, who's to say exactly if that house or the right house is going to pop up on the market in late March, April, or May? Perhaps it's mid-February. There's also going to be this huge uptick in buyers who are now going to jump into the market. Like I mentioned, I'm not making this video to necessarily address one person who says that they're waiting until the spring market. It's a very common thing. And while we're going to see this uptick in inventory for houses coming on the market, we're equally going to find a larger uptick for buyers who are going to be coming on the market. Year after year in this area, we've been seeing a seller's market, which means there's X amount of homes coming on the market and X amount of buyers. So there's going to be this amount of buyers who aren't actually going to be successful finding their house. And in order to position yourself in such a way that you can actually be productive in your home search, doing these steps will go a very long way with that. So perhaps if the house lands in February, maybe you weren't necessarily actively looking, but you have all those ducks in a row, go see it. Maybe there's only 5 potential buyers who are interested in it, and 3 end up writing. Now you're only competing against 3 versus in April, it could be 6 or 7. As far as what I could do, certainly get you in touch with any lenders that might be helpful if you haven't already, and definitely setting up an MLS home search. those are certainly the first two steps in order to be successful in the home search. Get a feel for what the market's providing you, get a sense for what's out there right now, and what's most important is getting that search result sent to you the minute that property goes live, so you can evaluate it on your cell phone or computer or what have you, and then getting in touch with someone like myself who can actually schedule a showing and get you out there right away. If this would be at all helpful for you, feel free, give me a call. I'd be happy to help. You can reach me at 585-748-4888. Thanks so much, everybody, and have a great day.